Hello everybody, it's Noto Addiction speaking here, and I definitely just wanted to tell you guys about this video right here, about how having a gambling addiction is the worst thing ever. Honestly, it's the worst thing, and I was actually thinking about this, and I just want to tell you guys, give you a little more insight, because like it really is the worst thing ever. You're constantly worrying about what you're going to play with, and it has a mental hold on you. Like, you go in there, you thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to spend some money, I'm going to make some money, everything's going to be fun, hunky-dory, it looks like a video game and everything else. But for the people that actually develop an actual addiction to this stuff, and then it ends up going south, even if you have your ups and downs, it's still stressful. Like, it's really stressful. That's why it's the worst thing ever, because those ups and downs are like the hardest times ever. Like, literally, like, you go through so much during those ups and downs. Even when you're in the up and up, your mind is so full of the dopamine of being there that you don't want to go anywhere else, and all you want to do is be there. When you're at work, all you think about is being there. When you're losing, all you think about is being there. All you think about is playing and gambling and your next bet, like, constantly. So it's like you never escape the place, literally, when you leave the place. So like me, I was an in-person gambler. I wasn't just a person that just, okay, I played on my phone and stuff like that. I'm an in-person gambler, and I gambled with other people, like playing the fish tables. Sometimes I would get on the slots machines and all that as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, my mind was always focused on being in that place. Even when I was winning, even when I was losing, when I was winning, I was thinking about, okay, yeah, I want to win more. I want to win more. And just keep on betting the money that I won, not making any purchases, not getting anything tangible, none of that stuff like that. My mind was literally just high off the sauce of trying to keep on winning and winning and winning and winning. That all you want to do. Is never really enough. You can win $1 million, you're still going to keep gambling and gambling and gambling. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's because it's never enough. Your mind it'll put yourself in a mind state that is never enough. That's why even when you lose, it's even worse, because even that's not enough, but you're losing so much. So you end up losing your bill money, you end up losing all this other stuff, and it's just never enough because you want to bet every last dime. See, me, I wasn't content until I bet every last thing. It had such a hold on me. So that's why I say, when you have an actual addiction, and if that's not the case with you and you have a lot more self-control, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people, and it can happen to anybody. So don't think that it can't happen to you. It can creep up on you as well. But for me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was in there 10 toes deep. I was in that both hands and feet into that gambling addiction and that gambling casino and all that stuff there. I was into that. Like, I felt like I had knowledge. I felt like I had strategies and everything. So, I mean, I went there with game plan. I had people beefing my head up, boosting my head up, saying, oh, you're the good winner. You're a good winner. I had people that was mad every time I sat at the table because I would win so much money. So you would create enemies and stuff like that. So people didn't like when I came to the table. See, we had fish tables where we all play together. But honestly, the way it was played, that you really win whatever you play at your seat, but when you hit a monster and somebody else is spending their money on it, it looks like you took it away from them. So of course there's more of a social aspect when it comes to playing at the fish tables. If anybody has ever played at them, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then just look up a couple videos and you'll see. I don't really encourage it, but if you want a better understanding of what I'm talking about, then yeah, I do encourage you to look that up for that purpose only. But on the contrary, you're going to be there. You're going to end up creating enemies as well. And then the other aspect too is the social aspect. It'll keep you there because you start developing in the community there. So that's why it's the worst too, because you got more people encouraging other people to stay there. So even if I'm trying to leave, you still develop these relationships with these people, and they're still trying to drag you back because, okay, now they're telling you about the big wins. Oh, she won this. Oh, they won this. Oh, they hit good. Oh, you just had a bad night. Just come on in. Just come on in. So you got the constant fish hooks. I call them the fish hooks because everybody that's got them on you. You trying to get away. You trying to rip them off. You trying to get away from this thing. It's hard to get away when all you hearing about is the big wins. It's the dopamine from that. Not only is the dopamine from yourself that you want to win, it's such a big mind mess up. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's such a dopamine effect that you want to win more, or if you're losing, you want to get the money back that you lost. You already having that battle internally, and now you have the external stimulation and them people trying to bring you in as well. So those people telling you about the big wins, telling you about, oh, this is that, oh, this is a bad day, is a terrible influence on your life. Terrible, especially if you're trying to get away from it. You're doing good. It'll get to the points where I had points where I was doing good. Oh, like, hey, yeah, I paid my bills back. I got my money back. I let go of the losses that I had, because that's what you got to do. You got to let go of the losses because you're not going to get the money back. I don't care. Now, even if you end up getting it back, it still ain't going to be enough because your mindset isn't to the point where it's enough yet, because you still want to play. Okay, if I won this, I can win more and more and more and more. That's the terrible thing of winning, as opposed to when you're losing, you're trying to get your money back, and at all costs. And literally all costs, because you'll go through your savings, burn through your savings, trying to chase those losses that you had in the past. And the thing is, if you won't let it go, it'll forever consume you. It'll forever have a hold on you. So that's why it's so terrible. It's so, and then the thing is, that's not even the worst part of it. The worst part of it is this: when you at your lows, is that this is the only thing. Like, I literally considered bodily harm and like feeling extremely depressed behind this, for real. Like, this is something that I almost didn't want to go on living anymore. I've never had anything, even when I had my drinking problem. I told you guys about that before. When I had my drinking problem, bro, like, I've never contemplated, okay, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore, I don't want to live no more, like stuff like that. I wasn't like trying to say, okay, I'm gonna try to commit that or whatever. But I mean, if something happened, I'll be, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to really live on anymore because I felt like my purpose was gone. I burnt out all my resources, and, everything was just going bad. So I was like, yeah, I just don't really want to continue on living. So I started living as a hermit and not really having any purpose in life. And it really like strips you. Like, this addiction will literally, the ups and downs of this addiction, especially the lows, will definitely strip you of your will to want to go on in life. Seriously. And not even saying that you have to physically take yourself off the senses, but I'm saying, like, it literally will turn you into a puppet that you just don't want to live anymore. And you at work, but you're not there because you're just sad, and all the money that you're making currently is already spoken for because you're in so much debt with that. So you feel like you're literally working for nothing. You know what I mean? You really feel like you're working for nothing. You're behind on your bills, so you're trying to pay your bills. You got the loans that you're trying to get to cover up for all the damage you've done in the casino. Not to mention, if you use the loan in the casino, now you're in double debt. So it's even worse. So you go living about life as in nothing else matters because you've lost so much and you were such a low, and all your money is spoken for. You basically feel like you're working for free. And on top of that, it's not just the money aspect, it's the psychological mindset that it puts you in. So you're feeling so sorry about all this stuff, like, oh man, I messed up. You're beating yourself up about it day after day after day. And let's just say you already did damage 2 weeks ago, but you're still feeling that damage every day after you leave there. That's why it's so horrible. You literally still feeling the same damage that you did 2 weeks ago, and it's just lasting damage because you've done such a big dent, and it's different for everybody else. But just to keep it a buck, it's devastating to you. Because you're always thinking about it. It's not always just about the dollar amount and all that. It's about how you feel when you lose it. Because different amounts can feel different to different people. That's why they be like, oh, I could never do this. Oh, that was just $100 or $200. But you never know. It's about the mindset it puts you in. It's not about how much you lost. It's not about, now, of course, people want to hear those big numbers and stuff like that. That does bring attention. But $200 or $300 could be like a couple bills for some people, or some food on the table for their kids and stuff like that, So everybody's story is different, and the way it make you feel, somebody might not want to go on because they lost that $100 that they could have paid somebody back with, or they'll promise their kids something like, you know what I mean? It could be so many different situations. That's what you can't look at one person situation. Oh, that was just a little bit of money. Well, I can throw you $100 right here. It's trying to make fun of somebody else's situation because of the dollar amount. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the psychological mindset it puts you in. That's why having a gambling addiction is evil. Yeah, I really definitely do really believe that, because it takes you in such a dark place that you don't want to live anymore. And you be in that mindset purgatory for so long, because even when you get your money back, you thinking like, dang, I want to go. And when you get the money back, you feel like, okay, I'm going to do good with this one. But no, you're not going to do good when I have allergies, guys. That's why I'll be scratching my nose, and my nose be itching sometimes. So just kind of, whatever. But the thing is, you'll never necessarily be good when you have a gambling addiction. Your mind is always going to be up and down, and is always going to be in some type of turmoil. Even when you're winning, I'm telling you, you will have some type of feeling toward it, whether it's you want to keep going back or you just never have enough. But it's never enough. I'm gonna tell you guys now, it's never enough. It's never enough. It'll never end. And if you at the point where you're at some lows, you trying to chase your losses, I say this: hey, leave it alone, build your money up, and move on with your life and give it up. It might not be able to drop it cold turkey, but make those steps. Take those steps. It'll be the best thing you've done in your life. As soon as you let it go, the better it'll be. You won't get it back. And even if you hear stories of other people winning big money and all that stuff, still go on with your journey. Because I ain't gonna do nothing but drag you back in there. It's happened to me several times over. I hear what somebody else won. Oh, I can do this. I can win all that. I can turn all this around. But doing the same thing that got you into the problem to get yourself out of it is the worst thing you could do. Especially when you're already hitting rock bottom and you're destroying your life and you're putting yourself through all these emotional roller coasters. It ain't worth it. It really ain't worth it. Even if you get the dollar amount, at what cost to your mindset? At what cost to your psychological state of mind? You see what I mean? It's going to put you at a very, very, very big disadvantage when it comes to your mental state. Your mental state will suffer. I guarantee you that. Your mental state will suffer. And I still remember some of the feelings from that, even though I haven't gambled in a long time. It's been a long time. I'm not really keeping track of it. But I remember that mental state and that feeling that I was in when things were at rock bottom and getting low. And those nights where I was driving back after I lost everything. Lost my money, lost my apartment behind it. Couldn't pay my bills, none of that stuff. So yeah, I was deep into it. I guess you could call me one of those stupid people, but it is what it is. It had a hold on me, and it can have a hold on you. It can have a hold on your people, your family members, and all that. So they may look happy, hunky dory when they winning and stuff like that. Check on them when they losing. You never gonna hear when they lose though. That's another thing, because we so good at hiding when we lose, but it comes in the form of they don't want to come out no more. You notice when they're distant, they don't want to go out, they don't want to say nothing no more. It's kind of hard to gauge if y'all don't talk like that or you don't hang around them like that, but it's easy to hide when you're losing. You know what I mean? So if you got people that's playing in the gambling, and they gamble heavy, I guarantee you they are going through those ups and downs of the casino. There is not one person that goes in the casino that doesn't go through these mental state of ups and downs. Everybody handles it differently. But if you go there and you are an avid, and if you are continuous and you frequent the casino, oh yeah, you will face those ups and downs. You will be on that roller coaster. You definitely will be on that roller coaster. Gambling with not only your money, but your mental state. So that's why just the worst thing ever happened to gambling addiction. Hopefully this resonates with anybody or something like that. I've definitely told a lot of my gambling stories on here, but I just wanted to touch on that, and I had to think about it because this was the only thing that actually made me feel the worst I ever felt in my life. Seriously. Having this gambling addiction and dealing with all this and the feelings and all that was the worst possible feeling I've ever had. Like nothing else comes close. Out of all the turmoil and all the other stuff I ever had in my life, no, it pales in comparison to the ups and downs of having a gambling addiction and the mental state that I was in during it, because it's lasting. Even when you're not in the place no more or doing the deed, it still has an effect on you. So hopefully if anybody is going through that and you needed some encouragement to stop, this is one of them type of videos. Hopefully this helps you out, or anybody. I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but I just felt like the need to touch on this because I was thinking about it and it was on my mind. I wanted to put it out there. So hopefully this helps somebody. And remember, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out.